So what we're going to do is cover the major scale. It's basically do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do and do are the same note, which equals an octave, which means it shifts through the spectrum back to itself, only at a higher level. So we're going to go do, re, mi, fa, sol, do. Now, do and do, they're redundant because they're the same note, but they're in different octaves. So this note is the same as this note, only it's higher in octaves. Now, in the middle of that, what you've got is essentially the same thing as what you see when you look at a piano. You've got do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And what that really is you basically have a major scale, is what it's called, and it goes from... Okay, we got to go back and release a little bit. So a step on a guitar is two frets. A half step is one fret. There's a half step. There's a full step. So the major scale is just like on a piano, it's 3 full steps, a half step, 2 full steps, and a half step. So it's hard to take in at first, but really it's not. What you're looking at is just basically a major scale is do, and there's your octaves. And now this is your fifth. You always hear about your fifth or power chord. And what that is your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your fifth. And typically with an octave, it makes it super easy. What's called a power chord. It's a power chord. It's a first and a fifth. Now, if you wanted to make a major chord, you would have a first and a third. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So you could go like this, I guess. And then if you wanted a minor chord, it would be a flattened third. So what you're taking is your third note, dropping it a half step. Any flattened note is a half step down. So if you have like a minor seventh, what you would go is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and say minor seventh would be 1 half step down from your 7th note. And so if you take your root in that, you basically got a minor 7th. And it translates a lot better on guitar where chords are involved, because chords on stringed instruments, on bass it's not so important. Bass is one note, you know, like. Whereas guitar, it's like. But the importantest thing to learn, the most importantest thing I think to learn about bass is rhythm. Now check this out, alright? So you got... Now, imagine you got a beat and you got... So, I think that's just something to think about, and I really hope that you get something out of this.